Just like many things in life, practice makes perfect. The same thing applies with fielding a ground ball in the game of baseball. There are 3 easy ways to learn and practice how to field a ground ball. You got to focus on some of the fine details of fielding a ground ball. The throw to first is probably the most important thing to field a ground ball, because without the out, there's really no purpose to fielding a ground ball. And practice and repetition of fielding the ground ball a right way. Some of the fine details of fielding a ground ball are your feet. You gotta be about shoulder width apart on a ground ball, right up the middle to you. You gotta be about shoulder width apart and in a good athletic stance. You need to use 2 hands when you're fielding a ground ball, but you also need to keep your head down on the ball. So you want to watch the ball go into the glove. You don't want to pull your head, or you're gonna lose track of where the ball is. And so you need to use 2 hands too, so the ball doesn't pop out of the glove. So when the ball's coming in, like an alligator, you squeeze it and you field the ground ball. That is the first way to field the ground ball. And now you got to make the throw to first. Making the throw to first, you have to square your feet up to the first baseman. And so when you throw the ball to first base, you can't throw like this, or you're going to have a weak throw or an inaccurate throw. You need to square your feet up to the first baseman and point to him and get in a good stance and get ready to throw the ball to first. You also need to figure out and get better at your glove to ball separation. So when you field the ground ball, you can't have your hand in your glove trying to find the ball over and over. You need to make it a smooth and clean and fast. You need to find a smooth and clean, fast way to get the ball out of the glove and into a good, strong throwing position. And you need to square your shoulders to the first baseman. It doesn't matter if your feet are faced towards them and squared up. You have to square your shoulders up so you can get the power to throw the ball over to the first baseman. Practicing throwing the ball to first base is an easy way to get better at it. The third way to get better at fielding a ground ball is practicing it over and over. You need to practice different throwing positions. Sometime you might field a ground ball coming in on a slow roller, and you might have to throw it off one foot and from a sidearm position. You might have to field a ground ball backhand on your knee and pop back up and throw it to first. You get your feet right and square your shoulders up to the first base and make a good, accurate throw over there. Sometimes you might be fielding up the middle, where you have to field it right here and then turn and square your feet up and shoulders and throw it to the first baseman. You also need to practice and learn how to judge short and long hops. It makes it easier to field ground balls, and you just need to be accustomed to it, because you never know what hop you're going to get on a baseball field. When you get a short hop, you need to come in and come through it and keep your head down on it and pick it. On a long hop, you don't want a medium hop, because it's going to catch you in between and it's hard to judge. On a long hop, you can have it bounce way in front of you and you can catch it up here, square your feet up, shoulders, make a good throw to first baseman. And you need to practice your footwork too, because without good footwork, you're not going to be able to field a ground ball. If you're tripping over your feet, trying to square your feet up and your shoulders up to the first baseman, you're not going to be able to make a good and accurate throw. Those were the 3 ways to learn and get better at fielding ground balls in the game of baseball.